What's up, everybody? This is Dylan. That's Justin. ManToManFootball here. Avid Longhorn fan, avid Cowboy fan, both avid football fans. Let's get it. What is up, YouTube? Divisional round of the NFL playoffs is done. We're going to quickly recap that before we jump into our pick'ems of the conference championship weekend. Justin, man, let's talk about this. We were both 2-2. I think we were both confident going into the weekend. You ended up going 2-0 on Saturday.
Very
I got
confident.
both of them right on Sunday. Talk to me, man. Real quick, this Ram and Packers game, man. What happened?
Well, first off, I want to ask you, how did you feel going into Sunday, knowing I had sweeped you on Saturday?
I was scared. No lie. No lie. Because 0-4 would have looked real bad, dude.
Oh man,
It would have looked so bad.
it would have been ugly. Okay. Anyways, Rams Packers game, called it, man. It was kind of a freebie. Packers came out hot.
Hey, no. You can't say all freebie. That game
Freebie.
was close. That game was a 7-point game. What was it, going into the fourth quarter?
32-18 is not close.
They
No.
pulled away at the end, but it was close there for a little bit.
Yeah, I know. It was a little closer than I expected. Jared Goff was Jared Goff, so
Yeah. Didn't get enough
kind
time.
of kept the Rams out of it, which is exactly kind of what I was hoping for. And Aaron Rodgers does what he does best, and he puts games away, especially when they're up. They do phenomenal when they're up.
I truly thought the Rams defense was going to be better. I did not envision 32 points from the Packers. Packers ran the ball super well. I mean, just, Aaron Rodgers, he did enough, man. There's nothing else to really say there. We'll jump right over to the Ravens and the Bills. I feel like this was a game, another one that I got wrong. I feel like this was just a poor performance by the Ravens. A lot of missed opportunities, field goals. Lamar Jackson actually threw a red zone interception. That, never happens. What did you kind of see in this one?
I think Lamar kind of got. I know it sounds weird, but I think he kind of got a little too hyped up. He was too much in his emotions and trying to make things happen, and it kind of caused him to feel the pressure to make plays. And with that, he started to make a lot of mistakes. Now, obviously, the Bills kind of capitalized on that. There were a lot of times where Lamar got up screaming and yelling at refs and yelling at people, and then the next play had come out. I was like, man, this dude's fired up. He's got to do something here, and then he'll get sacked for 20 yards.
Yeah.
And I mean, the Bills just put the pressure on him, and he couldn't handle it. They did a great job containing him, which is what kind of killed the Ravens' running game. They have a defensive coordinator that keyed Lamar in the read option, which is
Crazy how that works. Smart things, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really thought the difference going in was going to be the Ravens' run game versus the Bills' run defense. I thought it was going to be just a control the ball, kind of get up early, and it didn't work out like that. Like I said, too many missed opportunities from the Ravens.
Yeah, and shout out to Josh Allen, man. He made the most of what he did. He obviously the Ravens slowed him down a little bit, but he still scored 2 touchdowns. Guy did it well. Kind of made it
Diggs
look easy.
just keeps balling.
Yeah,
too.
Diggs
Real.
is balling. Yeah, Diggs and you see that little meme where Stephon Diggs is looking at Josh Allen. It's like look at Stephon Diggs like the way Josh Allen looks at you.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that was so good. I would love that dude too. I mean, he's been the go-to all season, and Josh Allen's feeding him. That offensive system runs through Diggs. So
Absolutely.
let's jump right in, man. The Chiefs and the Browns. You were kind of calling the upset there. I kind of played the easy pick.
Yeah.
Went with the Chiefs. Ended up getting real close. Mahomes gets hurt in the second half.
I thought it was going to happen.
What were you kind of feeling? Yeah.
Oh man, I thought it was gonna happen. I think everybody else thought it was gonna happen too. It was looking scary for the Chiefs there. Thankfully Mahomes is okay. It's looking like he's probably gonna be playing next week. But man, I really did think the Browns were going to do it. But
Yeah.
the Browns will be the Browns. Pittsburgh Steelers, Juju Smith called it. Browns will be the Browns.
And man, the Chiefs, they came out swinging, got up early, even with Mahomes kind of limping around a little bit, never stopped him. Kind of took that big hit there, but even, man, it's crazy. Chad Henne comes in and he looks like a weapon. I mean, I don't know, man. 30, however old he is.
That's that Andy
Chad
Reid.
Henne got it done at the end of the game. So
That's that Andy
system,
Reid stuff.
the system and the talent there, and man, it's too much to stop. Like you kind of said, hopefully Mahomes is healthy going into next week. I mean, it would be catastrophic for them if they weren't.
Yeah, I think he's gonna kind of have to manage this foot injury he's been going through. But hey, Foot injury is better than
The concussion, yeah,
broken neck
yeah.
injury or something, because that looked scary for a minute.
And then probably the best, most entertaining game of the weekend, the Buccaneers and the Saints. I thought it was a great game. Some back and forth there. The Bucks kind of, you know, put it away at the end. Tom Brady versus Drew Brees, the storyline. Potentially, Drew Brees' last game, his last pass in that stadium is going to be an interception type of thing. And what did you kind of see? What were you thinking going in, and what you saw in the game?
Yeah, I was nervous in that one because I was like, man, 3-1 sure does sound a lot better than 2-2. But but yeah, Tom Brady kind of put it away with that last touchdown, putting them up 10. The Buccaneers just kind of came out and played a little bit better. I wouldn't say they were drastically better than the Saints,
Yeah.
this past Sunday, but they definitely played a touch better. They got in the end zone more often. A lot of dinky field goals in that game, which was kind of weird, but hey.
Mhm.
Um, Saints. I wish Drew Brees the best in his future. I think he signed with NBC already to call some games, so
I think,
he might be retiring, but we don't know that.
yeah.
That's not a full-fledged confirmation from him, but it did look like he told Jameis Winston this was his team, and
Mhm.
he gave the stadium one last look as he left.
Right.
You don't do that often if you're not coming back, so we'll see.
And seeing the kind of the interaction with Tom Brady and Drew Brees' family at the
Yeah,
end of that game was super cool. And they're just kind of soaking it all in.
yeah,
Their last moment there is what it looked like, and all the reports are kind of headed in that direction.
right.
Um, and that leads us right into conference championship weekend. Real quick, guys, if you are enjoying the conversation, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. All right, we're gonna throw y'all right back in. Which one you want to start off with here?
Let's go Chiefs Bills. I think this is kind
Chiefs,
of an
Bills.
interesting
Okay.
matchup.
Okay. I think they're both going to be interesting.
Oh
And
yeah.
this is absolutely best on best, but we can absolutely start Chief Bills. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the Chiefs here. Kind of the same reason as last week. Too much to handle. Do the Bills have enough speed on defense in order to keep up with the Chiefs offense? Again, kind of assuming Patrick Mahomes is healthy. I think that is a huge factor going into that game. The ankle, the concussion, how does he get to prepare throughout the week? Yada, 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 all those things. We are assuming Mahomes is healthy. I am taking Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. That offense are too much to handle.
Yeah, Travis Kelsey and Henny were lighting it up out there, so I'm a little worried. I really want to pick the Bills here, but I think I'm gonna go with you as well. I do
Okay.
think the Chiefs kind of pull this game out. Andy Reid is just too freaking good. Even if the Chiefs kind of go home, I really thought that the Browns could beat them with the run game. I don't necessarily know if the Bills have that.
Good point. Good point.
So I think the Bills will kind of struggle trying to keep up in the pass game with the Chiefs. So if they fall behind, I think it's kind of gonna be the same
Mm.
death that the Browns took, is they fall behind early and they just struggle to continue to catch up. So
And
Chiefs
these
for
two
me.
teams, they did play in the regular season. I remember the Bills took that very like passive defensive approach where they were just dropping everybody, and the Chiefs ran the football the whole game.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire had a great game. Interested, if does he come back? Is he healthy? Is he going to be ready to play? How do the Bills try to match up? But yeah, I mean, like I've said already, I think the Chiefs just have too much. They kind of proved in that game and throughout the season. However you try to defend them, they'll find a way. They'll figure out a way to beat it.
Yeah, and I actually think that Andy Reid will kind of take away Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, the little meta
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
I think Reid will kind of shut down that little dynamic duo right there and see what he can do. But I think that's going to kind of be the strategy part of this coming week. We'll see if that actually happens.
Right on. Right on. So we're both leaning Chiefs. Let's go ahead and jump into the other one, Justin. The Packers and the
I
Buccaneers.
know who you're
Tom
picking.
Brady. Yeah. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna let you go ahead and go first on this one, man. Who you like?
This is the another pick'em. No, I'm just kidding. We're we're in the NFL NFC Conference Champion. Packers look really good. Aaron Rodgers looks really good. The Bucks are looking good. Mike Evans is still a little banged up, but he's still out there playing
Mhm.
through. Godwin's also banged up, playing through some injuries. I am going with the Packers just because of how dominant they have been. I already knew we would kind of disagree on this one. The Packers and Aaron Rodgers have been lighting people up. Run game, pass game, doesn't matter. Try to take away Devontae Adams. I'm still going to score with Devontae Adams, just kind of what they're doing out there with Matt LaFleur. So, yeah, I'm going Green Bay here. I don't think the Buccaneers have enough to slow down Aaron in this offense. This offense is crazy. I think the Green Bay Packers defense is not the best in the league, but again, good enough. They've done a phenomenal job of getting stops when they need to, and I'm really impressed with the way the Packers have been playing. So I'm going to go with them.
I'm going to take the surprise pick here, Justin. I'm going to go with the Packers also.
Oh wow!
Okay, you kind of set me up on that one. I thought about this game a lot. You know, I've been riding the Tom Brady thing. I love Tom Brady. I'm a Tom Brady homer, whatever you want to call it, a fanboy, whatever it is. I think there was definitely a bit of a matchup that favored the Bucks versus the Saints. I think they have these tall, long-armed cornerbacks who were able to kind of sit on a lot of those short routes. Versus the Saints, we saw a lot of tipped passes, a lot of turnovers that kind of came from things like that. We saw a lot of slant routes where guys were able to, you know, kind of make a dive and swat something away. That doesn't exist when you play the Packers because of the downfield threat that they have, Aaron Rodgers in the arm and everything. This is the same Buccaneers secondary that gave up 200 yards in the first quarter to Tyreek Hill and the Chiefs. I don't know that this Bucs team, even without the turnovers they got versus the Saints, would have really beat the Saints. I think it was that type of very close game. I don't think the Packers make the same mistakes, and I think the Packers are much more dynamic on offense as far as being able to push the ball down the field. And I don't know that the Bucs can keep up. I think there was a point in the season where you could have said this Bucs defense was one of the best run defenses. I think that's even kind of faded away. Alvin Kamara had some nice runs. They've shown kind of at the end of the season and in the playoffs here, you can run against them. The Packers had no problem running against the Rams, I felt like, which I was very surprised about. I think this is a matchup that favors the Packers in a big way. And, yeah, I'm going to kind of go the surprise lean here and take the Packers.
I'm surprised. We are actually perfect here. I'll tell you this. I did want to pick the Bills, but, man, you just can't pick against the Chiefs. I learned last week. I learned last week badly. So.
They're too creative. They're too explosive. I mean, they'll beat you anyway. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then even things like Andy Reid, backup quarterback, going for it on fourth down to ice the game. Like they just in every phase, they're just amazing. So,
what is one thing that our teams that we picked have to do to win? Like, what is one thing the Chiefs have to do, and what is one thing the Packers have to do to win these games next week?
What is one thing?
One thing, nothing more.
Okay. If the Chiefs could take away Diggs, I don't know that they will.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if they do, that game's over.
Yeah, I kind of called that earlier. I think that's going to be the big thing. I think if they take away Diggs, it will be a rough outing for Allen.
But I know they've got some other guys there, but Diggs. Obviously, Diggs is their main horse.
Yeah. I think for the Green Bay Packers, the one thing they have to do is kind of just slow down the deep ball from Tom Brady. You know, it takes Tom Brady a couple of times to warm up, but he has all season long missed deep shots down the field. I think that if they can kind of slow down Antonio Brown and Godwin and all that, deep-wise, if they can slow down the deep play, I think they'll be just fine against this team because I do believe Aaron will. I do believe Aaron will kind of keep this game alive and keep them on the field more than the Bucs, which will hurt Tom.
I think if the Packers can just stop the Buccaneers rushing attack a little bit, they don't necessarily need to shut it down, just kind of get them off schedule a little bit. Like you said, Tom Brady's had some misses.
Yeah.
You get him in a 3rd and 10 or whatever, he misses one, that could be the difference in the game. That could be the difference in momentum or getting a 10-point, 14-point lead or whatever. I think if they slow down the Buccaneers run attack a little bit, I think the Packers win.
I agree. Appreciate y'all staying tuned to Man Football throughout the video. Like, subscribe down below, guys. Appreciate it.